If you're thinking about getting a mini battery chainsaw but you have no idea which one to pick from all the options out there, don't worry, I'm going to make this really easy for you. I've done a deep dive into the 7 best electric mini chainsaws available in Europe right now, and I'm going to tell you exactly what each one offers and who it's made for. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one is yours. All the links are down in the description. Let's get into it. We're starting with the Seesii CH610 Plus, and this one is for you if you want the most complete and easy to use option without any fuss. This is the one I'd recommend to anyone who's never owned a mini chainsaw before. It runs a brushless 800-watt motor, which basically means it gets more out of the battery, produces less heat, and will last you way longer than the brushed motors you find on cheaper models. It comes with two 21-volt batteries adding up to 8,000 mAh total, so you can swap them out and always have one charging while you use the other. But what really sets it apart is the automatic chain oiling system. Most chainsaws in this price range force you to stop and oil the chain manually, and when you forget, the chain overheats and wrecks the bar. That doesn't happen here. Picture this. A storm rolls through and leaves your garden covered in fallen branches. You grab the Seesii, which weighs just 1.1 kilograms, and in one afternoon you clear the whole lot without your wrist giving out. It cuts through branches up to 12 centimeters thick like it's nothing. One thing worth knowing, if you push too hard against a really thick trunk, it shuts off automatically to protect the motor from overheating, which is actually a smart safety feature. Just pop the battery out, wait 10 seconds, put it back in, and you're good to go. The charger isn't the fastest out there, but with 2 batteries you always have one ready, so in practice it's not an issue at all. Number 2 is the Bosch EasyChain 18V 15.7, and this one is for you if you already own Bosch or Gardena tools and want to use the same batteries. It's part of the Power for All Alliance system, which means the same battery works across more than 150 tools from 10 different brands. That's a massive saving in the long run. It comes fitted with an Oregon chain and bar straight out of the box, which is top tier when it comes to cut quality. It also features Synion technology, a smart chip that adjusts power output based on what you're cutting. Thin twigs use barely any battery, and the moment you hit a dense piece of wood, it ramps up the power instantly. That's how it manages up to 160 cuts on a single charge. Where it really shines is precision pruning, for example on ornamental trees like Japanese maples where you need a clean cut so the tree heals properly. Compared to the Seesii, the Bosch delivers noticeably less vibration, which you'll really appreciate if you have any issues with your hands or joints. It doesn't have a built-in oil reservoir, but oiling the chain by hand takes just a few seconds, and some users actually prefer it because you avoid oil leaking inside the case during storage. If you value precision and a shared battery ecosystem, this is a fantastic choice. Next up is the Viwko 6-inch, and this one is for you if you already own Makita batteries and want serious power while spending as little as possible. This thing is a beast. It packs a brushless 1000-watt motor and is natively compatible with Makita 18V LXT batteries. If you've already got Makita batteries from your drill or angle grinder, you just plug them straight in and you've got a 1000-watt chainsaw ready to go. An original Makita chainsaw can cost you more than double just for the bare tool. The Viwko gives you comparable power at a fraction of the price. It reaches a chain speed of 35 feet per second, which is absolutely brutal for a mini chainsaw. It tears through oak and hardwood without breaking a sweat. It also comes with 2 of its own 21-volt batteries in case you don't have Makita, so it works perfectly on its own too. For really long cutting sessions, it's worth taking short breaks to rest your hand, just like with any powerful tool. And a little tip, trust your gut on the battery level more than the LED indicators, which can be a touch optimistic sometimes, but the raw performance for the price is simply unbeatable. Now, the Einhell GE-PS 1815 LIBL, and this one is for you if you need precision cuts, the kind you'd want for carpentry or woodworking projects. It has a pure power brushless motor backed by a 10-year warranty, which tells you everything about how much confidence they have in their engineering. The chain speed is 4.8 meters per second, lower than the others, but that's a deliberate technical decision. It uses planetary gears that convert that speed into brutal torque, so when the chain hits a hard knot, it doesn't stall. It just pushes right through with steady pressure. It's perfect for straight cuts on planks, preparing wood for fences, or building deck structures. Compared to the Viwko, which goes flat out on speed, the Einhell is like a scalpel versus a machete, slower but infinitely more precise. It's typically sold as a bare tool, which is great if you already have power exchange batteries. And if you don't, it's the perfect excuse to get into an ecosystem that covers over 300 tools. Now the Supstable 10C13S, and this one is for you if you want a chainsaw that adapts to everything, from fine pruning to chopping thick firewood. It's the only one on this list that includes two interchangeable bars, a 6-inch and an 8-inch, each with its own chain. With the 6-inch, you handle regular pruning, and when you need to cut thicker logs for firewood or clear fallen trees, you swap to the 8-inch, and the motor with up to 1,300 watts of peak power takes care of the rest. It comes with two 4,000 mAh batteries, double the usual, so you get a full afternoon of cutting without needing a charger. I love that these batteries use a double-row cell configuration internally that cuts electrical resistance in half, so the motor keeps maximum revs even when you're buried deep in a dense trunk. It's also compatible with Makita 18-volt batteries. With the 8-inch bar, just check the chain tension now and then because the longer chain expands a tiny bit more with heat, which is completely normal. The bigger batteries add a little extra weight, but that's exactly what gives it such incredible runtime. Number 6 is the Rhinx Power Cut X9, and this one is for you if you want the most raw power possible, the closest thing to a petrol chainsaw without the noise or the maintenance. Honestly, this thing is insane. 1200 watt motor, 24,000 revolutions per minute, and the chain runs at 13 meters per second. To give you an idea, it cuts through a 15-centimeter trunk in about 5 seconds. 5 seconds? It has an 8-inch bar, an automatic oil reservoir holding 50 milliliters, and two 4,000 mAh batteries, giving you up to 57 minutes of continuous use. The chain uses a 1/4-inch pitch with 47 links, a combination that practically shaves the wood at high speed instead of ripping chunks out. Imagine you need to chop up an old olive tree that split during a heavy snowfall. With the X9, you go through branch after branch like hot butter, and in an hour, everything is ready. All that power is an absolute joy to use, but it does ask for a bit of respect. So grip it firmly and wear gloves and safety glasses. Once you get the hang of it, you won't believe what it can do. And we finish with the Angseen 6-inch, and this one is for you if you're looking for the lightest and most comfortable option out there, ideal for older users or anyone who wants to prune without ending up with a wrecked arm. It weighs just 1.04 kilograms with the battery attached. It has a brushless motor between 700 and 850 watts, driving the chain at 28 feet per second, which is impressive for its weight. The key to the design is that they use smaller 2,000 mAh batteries on purpose. This keeps the center of gravity perfectly balanced so the chainsaw feels like a natural extension of your hand, without that pendulum effect that destroys your wrist with the heavier batteries. It comes with 2 batteries, 2 spare chains, a carrying case, and all the maintenance tools. The compact batteries naturally have a bit less runtime, but since you get 2, it's as simple as keeping one charging while you use the other. For regular garden maintenance, it's absolutely perfect. So to wrap up nice and quick, for most people, the Seesii. If you've got Makita batteries, the Viwko, Bosch or Gardena ecosystem, the Bosch EasyChain, carpentry and precision cuts, the Einhell. Total versatility with 2 bars, the Supstable, maximum insane power, the Rhinx X9, and the lightest and most accessible, the Angseen. All the links are in the description. If this video helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next guides. See you in the next one.